Oh, I guess the live thing started already. Well, sorry. Welcome to the live. Well, I got that grill taken out of there and got it laid up here on the table. So let's shut this door. Whew. It's kind of a sad thing. I thought I had all the pieces to this, but apparently I do not. So that kind of sucks. I was going to try to glue this all back together. So apparently I'm missing a spot. This has still got feathers in it from the owl. It must have hit right there because that's what drove it into the radiator. So yeah, well, I don't know what we'll do at this point. Well, hey, looks like LP's in there. Stopping in to say howdy. Well, thank you for stopping in, sir. I appreciate that. It's kind of an impromptu thing. I thought I would come out here in the garage. Actually, I got this scheduled for noon, and I turned around and it was on already. So I don't know. You know, me and the computer stuff just, it is what it is. Let's see. What do we got here? What is this thing telling me? Oh, it's trying to get me to engage with my audience. Okay, well, I don't understand what that means. So anyway. Okay. So, yeah, just a little live in the garage today. My goal was to take this radiator. I was filming, so I had to stop all that, but was to take this radiator or this grill and try to repair it, but I've got a section missing, so I guess that's on the road somewhere between Bedford and Seymour. I don't know. That's where the owl hit us at. So I guess I don't know if this is molded into that. I was going to see if that came out. No, it's molded in there. That's not going to come out. Not sure. Oh, let's see. These screws pick this here. Looks like there's two of you in there. Is it cold where you're at? Let's see, the garage, I've got it warmed up to 48 in here in the garage, so that's pretty good for here. Yeah. Well, that's a real bummer. I'm going to have to see about ordering a grill for this thing, I guess. Let's see here. Front grill for a 77 Chevy C10. Yeah. There's one right there. That's a black one. Mine's not black. So, I don't really want a black one. 140. '73 to '74. Well, that's not the right year. 75 to 76. Here's the 77. Yeah, that looks more like it right there. I don't know if you can see it, but Probably not. There we go. Yeah. Anyway. Oh my goodness, that thing is $200. Get that. How about a used one? Got any used ones out there? Um, yeah. Let's see. I don't need the whole front end, and I don't like them tubular ones. I think that project that I'm getting ready to buy has got one of them tubular ones in it, so I don't want that. Hmm. 77. This is a Silverado grill. I don't have a Silverado, and I don't. This one doesn't have the bow tie. I want the bow tie in the middle. Oh well, who knows? I like the price, $63. That's pretty nice. There's 75, 76, and we're back to the 77, 79. Let's see what color this one is. Hmm. Yeah, well, that's a little different than mine. Well, I'm going to have to research that. Oh, that's my camera over there telling me it's shutting down. So that'll work. All right, let's see here. 186. Here's a OEM 114, but it's got no bow tie on it. I don't know if that's the original grill or not. Um, I have no way of knowing. You know, that's just what was in there when we bought the truck. So uh, here's one from Amazon. Amazonians. Well, they're good prices, but they don't have the bow tie on them. I wonder what the dealy bob is with that. Okay. 77 to 79. Grill arrogant for the 3 years of 77, 78, and 79. Hmm. Oh. Yeah, and that just don't come off of there. Thought maybe that was bolted on, but it's not. That's interesting. Yes, sir. That is interesting. Black insert direct replacement. Yeah, but I don't want a black one. Do. Well, I think we're getting out to 77 now. There's that one that was pretty cheap. I guess I could settle for that. Do. Okay, well, I got it coming. Just one click, that's all it takes, right? So, um, let's see here. It says free delivery, so I should have it Friday. Should have my radiator back by then, so that's cool. Ah. Do. Send in the clowns. Well, let's see. Update. Junkyard D. Happy Friday morning. Yeah. Friday morning live on Monday, right? That's kind of the way it is around here. So yeah, I'm glad you're in there. Is it cold where you're at? Let's see here. I'm not sure what the temperature is outside, but it's it's about 47. It was 48 in here before I had the door open. So oops, wait a minute. I think I got the wrong one there. Let's not talk about the cold. It's 30-ish now. Yeah, well, I can understand that. That's probably about what it is outside here, actually. 77, 97. Trying to order a grill for my truck. If you haven't, well, the members know about it already on the channel, but yeah, I kind of had a little incident with my truck and an owl. They're pretty good size. They tear up things pretty good. So let's see. Send in the clowns. Yeah, got lots of clowns. Okay. Oh, it was the Chevrolet. Yeah, I went up to get. There's a video coming up. It's out for the channel members, but so Jim from Jim's Fastback Garage came down and brought some wheels and tires that need to go to Russell. Down in Arkansas. And I'm making a trip down to Arkansas anyway to bring back something. So Russell had contacted me and said, hey, how far away is so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we made a deal for me to go get a rear end for him for one of his projects he's building. And that was cool. So we did that. And what happened was I made the trip up there. I was watching the weather. This was last Monday, so I don't know where you're at and if you got hit with that bad snow, and sleet and ice and whatever. But I was watching the radar and everything, and I knew I had time to get up, get that rear end, get back. And all would have been well, except for on the way home, about 56 miles from home, a big owl. I mean, that thing was that big around, I think. Well, anyway, it flew out, hit the front of my truck, broke my grill, and shoved the other piece, apparently, that I don't have. I thought I had all the pieces. That's what shoved into the radiator and gouged a great big hole in it. 2 of the tubes were damaged. So it was more than, and it was just starting to get dark. So it was more than I could take my pliers and pinch over and put some stop leak in, So I got a hold of a guy with a wrecker, and finally, after that was a whole nother thing, because the first one I called wanted $1,000 to bring it 56 miles or something. I mean, I was just like, what? Anyway, I found somebody to do it. But by the time he got there, he was on another call. By the time he got there, it was starting to sleet. And he wasn't too crazy about taking me all the way down here to my house and then him trying to drive back. And I understand that. So he had a radiator that he, it was a used one out of one of his race cars. So it's a great big wide, it's at least a 4-pass and it's huge. So luckily I had a transmission cooler on there, so I didn't have to hook that up. So he, anyway, we put that in, and by the time we put that in and raised up his garage door in his shop to pull it out, there was already 2 inches of snow on the ground. So I had to boogie home. That was for sure. 56 or 59 miles, I forget. But anyway, it took me 3 hours. So Lone Wrench Garage, good morning, sir. Well, I'll just ask you the same thing. Is it cold where you're at? Because it's cold here. I just don't like the cold weather anymore. I guess when I was younger, I didn't mind it, but I just don't like it anymore. So I haven't had a chance to watch Friday Night's Live with John, but I saw a thing on Facebook that was forwarded by Ron Ward. So I assume that the date was announced. So I got to get back and watch that. So, because I would say I'll probably go to the No Name Nationals again this year. I mean, I'm kind of planning on it, but we'll see. I know there's a couple of the guys I know that are wanting me to go out to the duct tape drags, and I'm not opposed to that, but that's like a week's travel time for me, so that probably won't happen. I don't mind being gone some, but I don't like to be gone that long. But yeah, we got another trip coming up, though. Like I said earlier, we're going to be going to Arkansas and visiting Russell at Outfit's Garage. So hopefully all of you can. If we can, when we get down there, we'll probably do a live, I would say. It'll be on a Saturday morning. Excuse me. It's cold out here. It makes my nose run. So. Yeah, I hate the cold weather too. Junkyard D says, good morning, LW. Lone Ranch Garage. Good morning, Junkyard D. Lone Ranch Garage. Hello, Lars. Yeah, he was in there earlier. He's usually the first one in. He was again today. So the thing you're bringing back, a new build? Yeah. Everybody's that's been to the No Name Nationals has seen it before, so I'll say that. But yes, it's going to be. I was trying to get the Dodge sold because I needed the money. That's why I put it off as long as I have, bringing it home, because I didn't have the money. But I've saved up and I've got the money now. So I'm going to go ahead and go get it. And I don't know how much of work we're going to be able to do to it till I actually get the Dodge sold. So, and I took the Dodge off of Marketplace, and I had the patch panels for it. So I went ahead and cut all the rust out and welded the metal in it. And now I've got it back for sale again on Marketplace. But, this is not a real good time of the year. December is usually not a good time of the year to be selling stuff like that. So, maybe somebody will want it. I don't know. But yes, it will be, we will be bringing it back. I think I'm not going to take the tow dolly down there. I think the worst part about taking the tow dolly, driving the 7 hours down there, because it's like 7.5 hours from here, and empty, because with that tow dolly empty, just bounces around. Now, when it's got weight on it, it's kind of neat how it works. The axle moves up and down independently and uses the shocks and springs on whatever vehicle you've got, so it doesn't do that. But when you're bobtailing or whatever that ain't what it's called, but when you're pulling it empty, yeah, it bounces around everywhere. So I'm going to rent a trailer down there and trailer that thing home. That's the plan right now, and hopefully the old Chevy with close to 200,000 on it now will make the trip. So we'll see. I certainly can't pull it with my convertible. So, oh gosh. So what's everybody's projects they got going on right now? Right now, of course, the only thing I'm doing is trying to patch up the Chevy, but I don't have all the pieces, which was disappointing because I thought I did, and I was going to fix that today. But I'm just going to have to order another grill, unless somebody out there's got a grill. If you do, get a hold of me. I found one on Amazon that's close, but I'd like to find one like this, because this one actually has, well, not a broken one, but this one actually has the bow tie, molded into the plastic. Oh, there's a fly. Yeah, there's a fly. He's cold. Well, anyway, that's what's going on here. I was planning on making a video today about fixing that. Nothing fancy, just a 90s Mustang. Well, cool. Yeah. My dad has a Mustang convertible with a V6 in it. It's a 45th anniversary one. So what is that, like a 2004 or 2005, something like that? I don't know. Anyway, with that V6, it is way faster than you want to drive it. I will tell you that. Monkey bike. Yeah. I think that would be kind of fun actually to do. The whole monkey bike thing. Yeah, for sure. So Junkyard D says he was working on his monkey bike this weekend. All right. Well, time gets away from us when we're waiting for the No Name Nationals. It's like all of a sudden, wow. My Lone Rank's Garage says his is a 35th anniversary and it's a 99. Okay. Well, I'm sure that Daddy says 45th on it, so maybe his is a 2009. I don't know. I know it says that on there, 45th something or other. But anyway, I kind of like the year of Mustang he has. The back end of it sort of emulates like a 66 or 65 Mustang. I had a 66 one time, and I really liked those cars. And this one kind of looks like that in the back end. So, because the year after, like his, they kind of changed the way the back end looks or something. I don't know. But I don't know much about them anymore. I've been out of keeping up with that kind of stuff for years, and I just play with these old trucks. I kind of know them, and usually I'm able to fix them some. So let's see here. Oh, I thought somebody was texting me. It's telling me that I'm live. Yeah, well, I was supposed to go live 7 minutes ago, but it went live a long time before that, so I don't know why. I probably had some settings wrong in there. I really don't even know where everybody's at. I'm in Southern Indiana, so as far as Lone Ranch Garage and Junkyard D, I know where Lars is located, but I don't know where you guys are. As far as geographically in the nation here, but this part of the country it can be cold. I mean, it can be 40 degrees out, and it is just bone chilling because of the dampness. So, Junkyard D says ND, so that is North Dakota. Oh my gosh, it's got to be cold there, I would think. Some friends of ours lived in North Dakota for a while. He was at the No Name. Him and his wife were at the No Name Nationals a couple of years ago. He's the one that drove the go-kart down the track. So if anybody remembers that, but they lived in North Dakota for a while. And they live north of me here in Indiana now. So, yeah, you betcha. Yeah, I could see that. Southwest Missouri near Branson. Oh, okay. Well, I used to live in Mountain View, Missouri, and I know where West Plains and I know where Branson and Springfield, all those places like that are. So, yeah, okay. Cool. Well, surely it's not too cold there, but, well, I'm sure it's cold, though. West Missouri. So you've got to be out fairly close to Big Mike's Hoopty Barn. He's out in that area somewhere. Maybe he's in Southwestern. I'm not sure, but I know he's pretty close to Arkansas, which is where we're going to be going in a few weeks. So, well, I hate that I can't work on this grill, but, it is what it is. So yeah. So what is the date? Are you gonna what is the date for the No Name Nationals this year? I haven't watched his video yet. So has anybody out there watched it? Friday nights, the bad thing for me during the wintertime is Friday nights are basketball games. And so, that live is usually always going on while I'm at a basketball game, which is exactly the way it was this week. So I usually try to watch them on Sunday, but yesterday was Eric's birthday. He turned 43. So we had a little birthday get together for him. And so I still haven't watched John's live yet. So yeah, I think he's in Northwest Arkansas. He's probably about 100 miles from me. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. Northwest Arkansas. Okay, I thought he was in Missouri. My bad. So, yeah, I don't know exactly his location. I don't either. So, looks like 289 days. So, Junkyard D says September the 24th through the 26th. Lone Wrench says he has family near Vincennes, Indiana. Well, I'm not very far from Vincennes. I grew up in Petersburg, which is just 20 miles south of Vincennes. So I know Vincennes quite well. When I was in high school, back then, Illinois, you could be 18 years old and drink. So we would go to Vincennes and cross the bridge into Illinois. And there was of course, as soon as you hit the state line, there was bars everywhere. And because of the drinking age. And so we would go over there. I'm not real proud of that, but well, that's what we did. So I'm just being honest here. So Vincennes, yeah. I don't get to Vincennes too often anymore, but I'm retired now. So prior to that, when I was working for the state, I went everywhere, and I was in the Vincennes area a lot. So there's all kinds of little towns over there in that area. So I still have family down in South Missouri. I've got my cousin Michael. He's a member of the channel. He lives down in there yet, and then my ex-wife, I think, lives over in there somewhere. I'm not real sure about where she's at. And I got some cousins and stuff that all live down in that area. So, okay. So we got at Dennis Richardson 2577. Well, good morning, sir. I may have met you, but I'm not sure. But I don't recognize the handle. Yeah. So, all right. Dennis. Good morning, Dennis. All right. Junkyard D says, hey, Twisted. All right. Dennis Richardson says, Mike, how's you doing? Twisted Mopar Garage. Cool. Oh, Twisted Mopar Garage. Well, exactly. I know that. Isn't that? Yeah, I guess I got to learn all these handle things. I don't know all those. Well, I know some of them, but yeah, okay. Let's see. Lone Ranch Garage says, trying to stay in warm today. Dennis, probably going to get the Mustang on some blocks today. Well, I can relate to that. I got to get, yeah. I need to go out and do a cold start on the Dodge. I haven't had it running for a couple of weeks. I mean, I'm sure it'll start right up, but it's nice to keep the battery up on it. So, and I know the last time I drove it, I went and filled up the gas tank. So I know I got plenty of fuel in it. I ought to just drive it around a little bit today if I get the opportunity. Seen you was live and wanted to stop in and say hello. Well, I appreciate that. Oh, you're at work, getting ready to spray some epoxy primer. Oh, wow. Cool. Well, you probably do body work correctly instead of the way I do it. I used to work at a body shop before I went in the military. I worked in a body shop down in South Missouri. It's kind of where I learned the trade. I actually, to be honest with you, know how to do stuff correctly. I just don't. So, yeah, that old guy that taught me body work, I mean, gosh, he was probably close to 65 or 70 back then. And he taught me how to lead cars, how to weld in metal with a torch. There's an art to that. And of course, the older cars all had enough metal you could do things like that. and he taught me how to spray lacquer paints and do layers of lacquer. So I used to know how to do all that stuff. I just play. Okay, I see. Have no idea what I'm doing. Well, yeah. Well, I just like to have fun. So, well, that's how we learn by our mistakes. That's true. And there are some shortcuts and things you can do if you're not wanting a show quality vehicle. And quite honestly, I think show quality vehicles are beautiful. I go to these car shows and I see these, Chevy pickup, 70s Chevy pickups that are, probably worth, $50,000. And I'm like, I'd be afraid to drive it. So, I mean, what if you're driving along and you bust out your grill when an owl hits it, and you got to, my truck's worth $1,000. Well, probably more than that, but, not 30 or 40,000. So I don't know. That's just kind of the way I feel about it. But yes, Long Ranch Garage says that's how we learn from our mistakes. Well, I make plenty of those, that's for sure. Looks like I got 5 thumbs up and 4 people in there. Well, I appreciate all that. I'm taking your time out of your busy days to drop in here. Unexpected. I just anymore. I used to try to do these on Friday morning, but it didn't always work out. So now I just call it a Friday morning live, and usually I try to put what day it is that we're doing it. So Junkyard D, that's it. I'd rather have a desirable numbers matching big block car rather than one I can enjoy. That's it. Okay. Well, it is pretty cool to have all that kind of stuff. If you got a vehicle that's got the original engine and transmission, and especially if it was a muscle car or some sort of, specialty vehicle, that maybe they didn't make a whole lot of. I mean, I'll be honest with you, that 79 Chrysler 300 that I had, I mean, nothing but a fancy Cordoba really, but it was really cool. Oh, yeah, he says rather not have. Oh, did I miss the not? I don't see very good. Yeah, I got cataracts now. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think they're, like I was saying, I think it's cool, that car that I had was cool, but it wasn't worth making a show vehicle out of. I mean, was it rare? Yeah, they only made 3,700 of them. So for the United States market, and I think they made even less than that for the Canada market. So there was a lot of interesting things about them, but I just like to drive it. If we get that Dodge sold, the money that I get out of that, I'm going next month. I already said that, and most of you probably already heard it, but I'm going to go pick up a project. But there's also a vehicle around here a friend of mine has that I've talked to him about buying, but I got to get the money together. And it's just a 75 Plymouth Duster with a slant 6 in it. But the thing about it is that, well, first of all, I like the slant 6s. Because you can do a lot of cool things with them, and they just go on and run forever, kind of, if you keep the valves adjusted on them. But the interesting thing about this car is it's been parked inside a building for years, and I'm not talking about a dirt floor in a barn. It was in a concrete shop, and it doesn't have any rust. It still has the paint under. It might have a couple of little bubbles. We'll look at it when I go to pick it up. But that's going to be a little bit yet. But it's all original, and it just needs to be put back together. So I got to do that. Kim Fix This Thing says, hello, all. Well, hello, Kim. Junkyard D says, hi, Kim. So, yeah, it's good to see you. I haven't had a chance. Okay, so I've been watching the shorts and the little short videos you guys have been putting out about that, Plymouth El Camino or whatever you're calling that thing. That's not it, but that, making the truck out of the car. And I know you've been doing a lot of it on your lives. And so I want to try to catch some of that and see it, because I think that's it's really cool type of project to do. So what is the weather in northern central Tennessee or wherever? How's the weather down there? Lone Ranch Garage says hello, Kim. So, or hi, Kim. All right. Well. So Kim just stopped in. So I was going to be working on this today, because you can see the pieces. Here's some more of it. And here's another piece, but I don't have all the pieces. So that's my fault, I guess, when I cleaned up after the incident, when I cleaned everything up, I did not get all the pieces because I was going to put that back together today. Oh, it's too damn cold today, but tomorrow looks a little bit warmer. Yeah, I'm in the garage here, and it is up to, well, it's up to 49 degrees. So it was 48 a while ago before I raised the garage door, and that got it back down. But I just got a little space heater in here. That's all I have. So yeah, it's kind of cool. It gets cool out here. But yeah, I don't really have much going on, but I'm glad to know the No Name Nationals date on here now, so that's good. I got to try to get out there and watch John's live. So I'm glad that they actually gave us a little more time, but I'll still be the last minute trying to get something ready. It's just always the way it is. So we got a lot of activities planned this year on the channel, so I know I'll be gone doing things, and hopefully this project I'm going to get for this year's run down the track, hopefully we'll go together pretty good. So we'll see. And that is coming up soon. So I'm going to be going, like I said earlier, probably around the 16th, 17th of January, weather permitting. So I'm going to drive down to Arkansas and bring this truck home. So we'll see how that goes. One of the members on the channel is going to go with me on the road trip. So I just think it's funny. It's too cold to get out. Yeah. Catch y'all later. Got to call a man about working on the shop furnace. Oh, yeah, well, that's important. Well, listen, you have a great day, and thank you for coming in, man, and checking out the live event here, such as it is. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say. I just kind of wanted to see what everybody was doing. So, and check on the weather everywhere. When you get old like me, it's like that's all you talk about is the weather. But anyway, it's going to be what it's going to be. That's for sure. Let's see. Yeah. Thought something popped up there. Yeah, that's another thing. I got cataracts going on, so I can see really good. I mean, I can almost read that from here without my glasses on, but not really. But the problem is the darkness. Everything's getting dark, and they don't want to peel them babies off until it gets really bad, because they don't like to do it more than 1 or 2 times in your life, I guess. Cattle racks. Yeah. Yeah, whatever you call it. It's basically just this thing that grows over the lens of your eye or whatever. It's really bad. I tell you what's really bad is at night driving. And I've even got the Chrysler or whatever it's called on my glasses for the reflection. But these new cars, and we have a van that has them on there. I love driving the van with those lights, but when they're coming at you, those LED lights, I can't see anything. So we need to get you a big screen for the chat like we have for Buff. Yes, exactly. I'm still on my old computer out here in the garage, and I figure any time it's going to quit working. I've got a new computer that Zach, one of the members of the channel, helped me get. So Yeah, I've got a new one, and I use it in my office. That's what I use to like upload videos with and stuff like that. But this one out here in the garage is really old, and but it's still working. So, but you can't hardly see it. So, when is the next brew day? Well, I don't know. Kent from Tadlock's Tool Shed, whom most of you probably met at the No Name Nationals a couple of years. He is wanting to brew some beer as well. So what we're going to set up a day this spring when it gets hopefully a little warmer. We'll go by the almanac. Whatever the almanac says is a day for brewing, that's probably what we'll set up. And but I haven't looked yet. So I'll be brewing the No Name National beer then probably. And I'm going to brew probably a couple of 2.5 gallon batches for myself because I don't drink that much anymore. And, most of my friends don't drink anything anymore. So if I make, I used to make like 35 or 40 gallons a year, and a lot of people would drink, I would give it away and drink it, and people would come over, but it just goes to waste now. So I'll probably just make some small batches of some specialty stuff. And I will make a batch for the No Name Nationals. I'm not sure what I'm doing, what kind of beer I'm going to make for that yet this year. But I'll try something interesting for sure. Another thing, Kim, that I've been seeing on your channel too is I watched recently that you got the 4x4 Bronco going with that, all that carburetor and all that stuff that you kind of built and put on there. I just think that's pretty cool. So you definitely can manufacture things. So that's pretty cool. So I did watch that. Yeah, it's a runner. She says the Bronco 2 is a runner. For sure it is. Yeah, and in the background, I saw on one of your videos, I don't know, a couple months ago or something, I saw that Dodge that I helped you move that time when we were down there, that the steering column just lays on you. Yeah, that thing was really rusted out, man. I thought some of the vehicles I've been working on around here have been rusty. That one was really rusty. Let's see. We used it to pull the big trailer out a couple of weeks ago. Well, cool. So that means it's actually usable. So that's even better. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that Dodge is crazy rusty for sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the driveline's like on it, but the cabin, I mean, it was just, there was nothing left. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was pretty roached out, that's for sure. And of course, that burnt fire you got, that's the one I think is cool. If I had a shop, I would try to buy that off of you and put that back on the road, put that on a little S10 frame or something. But anyway, I just think it would be cool, a cool rat rod. Be kind of cold to drive in this weather, but yeah, I'm going to PRI next Saturday. Never been to that before. I'm going to meet Jason from Indirect Connections up there and kind of walk around up there for a day and see what's going on in the racing world. So it was a low mileage truck. The motor will eventually power something. Yeah, I would say I knew that's probably the motor transmission is what you were wanting to, here's what you got it for. So yeah, well, yeah, maybe you can, put it in something that something little like that MG. Put that big V8 in that MG. That'd be cool. There is a channel in Eastern Tennessee that has a little MG, but theirs is not as far gone as yours is. They've got it back on the road, but it was fun to watch them mess with it. and it's got one of them little tops on it that snaps on, snaps off. I don't even think I could probably get in one of those MGs. We are using some body panels from the Lost Fire to patch together the Valiant. The Ute. That's right. That's what you guys called that, was the Ute. And I'm assuming that's an Australian thing. But yeah, the Valiant. Dang, that was a cool car. So I think it looks really neat. There's a guy that I watch out of Canada that takes old 4-door cars and turns them into two-door cars. And I can't think of his channel's name, but yeah, it's pretty fun to watch him patch together, taking those old 4-doors and making them 2-doors. Did you say Utes? I don't know, I think. Just like brand used is live. Been a while. Hey, Busted Radio Garage. Yes, it has been a while since I've seen you. Well, I didn't see you at the No Name Nationals last year, so it would have been the year before that, I guess. You're not that far from me, really. I think you're over there south of Cincinnati. So we go over to Cincinnati once in a while to Jungle Gyms. BRG. I've got one of your T-shirts. I haven't wore that for. I'll have to get that out and wear that. It's hanging in there. I've got this whole thing full of all the T-shirts, and I'll have to wear one of those in one of the videos coming up. So I haven't done that lately. So I think the last video I wore Jim's Fastback Garage T-shirt, and probably Jungle Gyms, a different kind of place to shop, that's for sure. We actually like the smaller one. The bigger one has more stuff. You know, I mean, they even grow fish in there or whatever. I mean, you pick out the fish you want. But we like the smaller version of it better, and it's still the size of a super Walmart or something. But yeah, it's my kind of store for sure. We also have there's a restaurant in Covington that we like to eat at. So usually when we're over there, we stop at that place and eat. Yeah, you can buy anything in that place. That's for sure. I always like to go to the Korean section because there's stuff in there. When I was in Korea, I lived over there for a while, and you kind of get, you get the taste for some of that kind of food. And so I buy stuff in there to make stuff. Junkyard D says, I have an RC shirt. I think it's my only white shirt that is still white. Well, good luck with that, because my white T-shirts are all brown and gray. So you're an hour south of that area. Yeah, I thought you were over there in northern Kentucky or whatever, northeast, yeah, whatever that area would be up from. What I was thinking. Yeah, what's the weather like over there? You're about the same longitude we are, so it's about 32 outside here. It is. Hey, it's up to 50 degrees in the garage, so that's great. It's getting warmer out here. Well, I'll tell you, Junkyard B, you can go on over to Shop RCindustry and you can buy you a black T-shirt. They don't show as much dirt. Oh, that's funny. I was actually somewhere the other day. I don't remember where it was at. It wasn't around here, but it was somewhere else, and somebody kept staring at me. I was in my Chevy pickup, and they kept staring at me, and then finally somebody said, do you have a YouTube channel? And I was like, yeah. So I guess somebody knew who I was. In the rail yard, it is currently 28 degrees. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little colder where you're at then. I'm about straight over from Louisville, so yeah, you're probably a little more north than we are. Because actually, if I go up here and get on Highway 50, I can drive straight over to Cincinnati. Well, not straight. That road is like a whole bunch of Z's and W's put together, but you can get there that way. It's usually better if I go over to Louisville and go up 71, although 71 is the worst road to drive on between Louisville and Cincinnati, I think. So, yeah, I thought you were. Because we had talked. He says he's in the middle of those two. Yeah. So I thought so because I was remembering one of our conversations. Well, quite a while back, actually. I kind of figured that's about where you were at. Ain't there a big racetrack thing along 71 there? I don't remember what that's called. It's not Kentucky Speedway. I forget what it's called. I know there's some sort of a track there. I mean, one that has big venues or a big venue. So maybe it's a NASCAR track or something. I'm not sure. So I'll put this out there again. If anybody's out there that has a pickup grill for a 77 Chevy, let me know. Because I'm going to have to get one. So, or you can text me or email me. I mean, the email address is in the description. So, Lars is back. Howdy. Hope everyone is staying warm. Well, I'm trying. I hope that you are able to as well. It's 50 degrees out here in the garage now, finally. So it's starting to warm up a little. The dampness is the worst part around here. It's always damp. Seems like, anyway. We got a high humidity even in the wintertime. Junkyard D says, hello, Lars. Busted Radio says, good talking with you again, Rick. Gotta get back to work. Take care. Yeah, no problem, man. Be safe. Be safe. Lars says, Junkyard D with an exclamation point. Oh, I got 6 thumbs up. Thank you guys for doing that. Oh. Well, it's been almost an hour, so we're going to think about getting off here, I think. I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time, so be looking forward to the videos coming up. I just am working and getting ready to post for what day will that be? The 27th or the 27th. I did a year-end recap video, so that's going to be coming out. You members will be able to see it right away once I get it uploaded. But yeah, everybody else is going to have to wait till the 27th. I think it is the Sunday before Christmas. Anyway, is that? Let me see. There's the calendar. No, it's the 28th. Sorry, I meant the Sunday after Christmas, so it's the 28th. So yeah, it'll be just in time for you to watch it before New Year's. But if you watch it to the very end of the video, you'll see what I'm going to Arkansas to pick up. So keep you in suspense, right? Yeah. I don't know if we... 6 people still in there. Yep, I really appreciate it, guys. You being in there. And gals. And just supporting the channel. I don't have a whole lot to say. I don't, I just ramble on about nothing usually. So, oh, we're in the middle of this. That thing keeps moving around, and I think I have a new something else up on there, but I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know. It's probably just, who knows? Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching the video or the live, and thanks for supporting the channel. And it'll be great to see all of you guys again at the No Name Nationals this year. I'm planning on going. We got a lot of stuff coming up on the channel this year, a lot of trips scheduled now that I'm not working. The only thing keeping me from traveling all the time is the money because now I don't have a job. So, yeah, have a good week to you as well, Lars. And thanks everybody for coming in. And lots of good stuff ahead, Kim says. That's correct. So you guys all take care, and we'll see you next time on RC Industry. Just like always, we're making it just like brand used here, baby. Oh, shoot.